Привет, Miss Virton. I'm arranging the travel notes from the last trip. Well, yes, sometimes it's hard to identify what I have written, even for myself.
Hello everyone, my name is Hiki, and we're finally continuing Notes on Shuori. As you can see, I have insight to... is that a correct word? Insight to Yenisei, if I remember her name correctly. If you hear any background noise, I apologize. It's the electric fan. It has been really hot lately. Anyway, let's just continue the event. Chaos on streets.
This is great. With your drawing, we can issue wanted posters to find the Featherman. You stay silent. Any questions or concerns?
You mentioned the former employee of the 𝐶𝐠, or should I call her the 𝐶𝐿𝐼? You said she had seen the Featherman and the animals he brought. Then maybe he will come again today. If he shows up with our horse teammates.
That is to say, the Featherman she saw is the same person you met.
The old man follows his train of thought to its destination, frowns and ponders, before taking the brush from its holder yet again. He neatly spreads out a new piece of paper, rubs an ink stick on the slab, and begins to write with a calm and swift hand.
In this case, a visit to the Jutsu might be a good choice for you. I will write a letter for you. Please take it to the Jutsu and show it to 𝐃𝐨𝐼𝐧𝐠,
Her!
the current Chu Li. If the Featherman has been there, you can take over the animals he brought to her. Even if he hasn't, you can still proceed with the letter. Since 𝐃𝐨𝐼𝐧𝐠 is a very warm-hearted, she should be in the Jutsu right now. You can find her there.
Thank you.
With this glimmer of hope, the turbulent emotions of these two strangers in a strange land find themselves anchored, temporarily at least. After receiving their pass, they are finally permitted into the city. Colorful silks hanging between pointed eaves. People bustle around, taking no notice of the extraordinary beauty around them. On both sides of the street, there is a silver or copper charcoal pot in front of every house, crackling subtly and bringing spots of warmth to the cold day.
We should go, Lenny.
They walk in the direction indicated by Li Zheng, from the silent neighborhood to the dusty and bustling market. The peddlers and street performers lay a steady claim to their spaces, forming eddies in the stream of pedestrians that flows towards the center of the main boulevard. The more people flow toward that intersection, the more crowded it becomes, until it becomes a slow-moving throng, impeding anyone wishing to move through it.
This is going to take forever if we have to follow the crowd. Madam, do you think we can take the gaps between the houses? Or find a shortcut? That'd be even better.
Insisting on politeness in a crowded space like this can often lead to such accidents.
Careful. What's wrong?
Sorry, we were in a hurry. Are you alright?
Oh, no problem. Don't worry about the bumping. Oh, aren't you the foreigners? I've never seen any red hair in the city. It's pretty. It's holiday time. It's fine to stumble into people. But what's with the rush? Where are you going?
We're going to the 𝐶𝐠.
Oh, but the way there is crowded with visitors. Maybe you can take the other road.
The gaudily dressed woman frowns, clearly pondering how to describe it, but is just as soon distracted by a commotion. A group of strange black creatures appear from somewhere nearby, dragging their long tails before soaring into the air.
Huh? Oh no, they're Juliet! What are they doing in the street during the daytime?
Juliet? What's that? Some kind of critter?
They jump down from the eaves, flapping their sticky little wings and violently raising a wave of flying dust accompanied by strangely fragrant drops of water.
An extraordinary smell. Like liquor.
The travelers on the street run away. Hooray! I don't know that word, by the creatures flapping their wings at them everywhere they turn.
Why are they here? Oh, I smell liquor. A lot of liquor. Who broke the liquor jar and attracted them here?
People, a Julia in the street during daytime is a sign of auspiciousness. Stay calm.
Why does this character have a face?
It's coming our way! Watch out, madam!
It seems as though the ringleader's movements are even more exaggerated than the others, perhaps realizing that it is being underestimated. It flies straight toward the center of the crowd, readying its talons. Great! We need earth, if that's correct. Mineral. Is Yenisei? No, Yenisei is star. I'll bring Blondie and Matilda. We can have Sonata as support. Actually, no. Let's bring Harapedia. Crap. Never mind. Boy, no. You know what? Let's stick to those three.
I thought it was.
Oh wait, Blondie is the star. You know what? It's fine.
And it's clear one day.
Wait, it's on Hato. Oops.
Realm turns into reality. Try this.
I didn't check. Man, I thought Blondie was mineral. Because I didn't check. Silly me. Interesting.
Can't be bothered to sweat it. Pink always looks good on me. Ouch! Watch out. This is a special performance.
It's not bad.
Out of thin air. They're hideous and evil. They are my friends.
Left, then right. Which one comes first? Nice ending. An 8.5 for me.
The Juye's ambition to dominate the street is ended by the sudden intrusion of rampaging livestock that burst into the scene. The milieu of beasts, pedestrians, and flyers soon becomes so entirely chaotic that no one present seems to have any grasp of what is happening beyond the end of their nose.
Sorry.
Is this Ju?
Guys, look out! Bad boys and girls.
What's going on? All this shouting and running of smell liquor and dust. What happened?
A kind of local animal named Shuye popped up in the street. Maybe they're arcane creatures? I don't know. I've never seen one in books. The liquor smell probably comes from them. And I think a herd of livestock rushed out of the fence over there. But I can't see it clearly. Sorry, madam. We are not supposed to stop here.
Ignoring the chaos around them, the two travelers decide to leave before even more commotion starts. This bizarre scene of animals, critters, and people leaping every which way and everywhere was never a part of their plan.
We are already having enough trouble with the Juye. Pull out how these festive animals now.
It seems life has seen fit to frustrate their plans yet again.
Wait, 9娘子?
Junangji? Is that how you pronounce her name?
9娘子, aren't you supposed to be in the 致辞 during work hours? What are you?
Oh jeez.
No time for explaining. Anyway, they're escaping, and I'm losing them.
Junanse? told us to talk to, isn't it?
The girl named Jianyangji tries to sound as relaxed as possible in reply, but the scene before her is obviously and rapidly spiraling out of her control. A panic sweat drips down her forehead. If she lets go now, these felt creatures will wreak havoc on the market street and everyone on it.
Madam,
Yenisei's instincts tell her to step forward. She looks towards the Jishi, still out of sight in the distance, then turns back to look at Besmert. Besmert can feel her gaze and nods gently.
I will wait here.
Two of the horses suddenly bolt forward, as if testing the strength of the people behind them. The girl in the center of the crowd strains to keep her eyes fixed on the horde of animals more than outmarching her strength. Her obviously waning control does nothing to contain the chaos. All she can do is twist the hemp rope tightly in her hand, winding it one hoop after another, until it's so tight that rough-edged rope cuts into her hand.
Oh, let me help.
Oh yeah, I'll help too. I wonder how these animals got out.
It is at this moment that finally, heeding the call to come to their senses, the crowd begins to rush forward to assist.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Please, help me. Well, Carter, hold on. Look at the drinks on the house.
Well, that isn't what I expected. After a short while, with help from the other streetgoers, she manages to get the rampaging, if festively decorated, animals back under control. She deftly ties the quelled animals to the flagpole, then breathing a well-earned sigh of relief, she lets the rope finally sack down from her hands.
Oh dear, thank you so much. I couldn't do this without you. Making so much trouble on the first day of work.
She pants heavily, still recovering from her battle, about to defend her hometown.
Where were you, 九娘子? I didn't see you in the tavern.
Me? I was in the Jitsu.
What were you doing there?
Mr. Liu, did you forget again? The former Zhili went back to her hometown. 九娘子 is the new Zhili now.
No, that's not it. I'm just, covering for her. I was counting the festive animals, and then I heard the noise outside.
You must have been distracted by the storyteller, huh? He was telling the end of a story today, so you would never miss it.
Well, yeah. I thought he might tell the story of xiangrui, so I hurried out and forgot to lock the fence. Oh.
You were talking about xiangrui again. People would think you were another storyteller if they didn't know you just really like these tales.
Are your palms bruised? Go to my clinic for medicine if it hurts.
Remember the drinks on the house?
Of course, I will. Thank you so much.
She speaks with warm familiarity to the other residents, but keeps an eye in the direction of the tea house, as though anxious to confirm whether the storyteller from before is still there. After seeing his swaying figure in the distance, a look of joy lightens up her face. Yenisei quietly observes the scene and retreats, turning around to walk toward Besmert. The conversations among the locals flow into her ears, allowing her to confirm a crucial fact.
Please follow me, madam. That lady must be the Zhili that Li Zhang mentioned. Please mind your steps as we are walking in a mess now. We need to follow the crowd and see if we will have a chance to talk to her.
Let's put aside the Juye for now.
Huh? Little sooner than they reach the tea house, they recognize the crowd rushing toward a stone platform, filling up every nearby space before they have a chance to find a seat. The crowd fills the tea house tightly. The surge of people pushes Besmert and Yenisei right in front of the storyteller.
And talk about Emperor Yao. He had seen strange beasts like this many times.
He speaks with eloquence, as if possessing some strange music that naturally attracts even those who didn't go there to hear him.
It was the 7th year of his reign. Yao granted an audience to an envoy offering a treasure from the Zhejiang kingdom. The envoy had a strange face and a bulgy chest. He claimed to have come from somewhere millions of miles away from the Yunnan Pass. This bird is born with the talent for human languages and the phoenix's voice. Our people see it as a 𝐿, and I am here to offer it to you, Your Majesty. Then Yao and his people saw a real giant bird. It was as huge as a mountain and as dazzling as a phoenix. It had an azure body and red tail feathers.
Was it really a phoenix?
No, no. The bird was called Miamong. It was said to be able to read one's bones, change their fate, and even remove misfortune. Yao was pleased with the gift and kept the bird in Dushuo Mountain. Naturally, that very bird was the ancestor of all the Miamongs nowadays.
The envy in the eyes of the girl clad in green matches her attire completely.
Have you seen a Miamong with your own eyes?
Be patient and listen. Miamongs tend to inhabit silent and clean environments. So since the ancient times, the people have always cleaned their yards carefully from time to time, hoping the 𝐿 will gather and stay beside them. It may not work immediately, but it makes things possible in the long term.
Ah, so that's why we have the tradition of cleaning the yards on Shuori.
Exactly.
Oh,
Some
Shuori.
even make Miamong statues.
That's how you
with jewelry
pronounce it. I'm
and
sorry.
use them to decorate their homes, hoping the Miamongs will bless the family. Remember the chicken statues on your roof? Actually, they are not chickens, but Miamongs. So are those birds you see in the paper cutouts on the doors.
After saying this, he lifts a piece of red paper carved in the shape of a peculiarly familiar bird.
Look, everyone. This is the Miamong.
The crowd expresses an underwhelmed disappointment.
But this looks like a normal chicken.
More like a capercaillie to me.
What's a capercaillie? Oh, it looks like a turkey. Interesting.
And like the bird I just threw, isn't it?
The way he is speaking is interesting, rhythmic, like singing. It would be great if there was some music to accompany him. Something is missing in his story without the music. If he could...
Before Besmert can finish speaking, the red paper instantly ignites in the hands of the storyteller, and before touching his fingers, it becomes ashes and falls onto the stone platform. The little boy standing beside him stands on his tiptoes, quietly taking the initiative to sweep the ashes into the charcoal pot below.
Among the 5 elements, Miamong belongs to the fire. That's why people set fire in spring to drive away misfortunes. Speaking of...
Yenisei's attention is diverted. She witnesses the child's movements but doesn't yet understand the meanings behind them, choosing to stare ahead until a crackling sound explodes behind her.
What is this noise?
It seems no one cares about the noise of the cracker. Only Qiu, who had previously worked so hard to restore order to the bustling city, turns around with the two of them. As she turns around, she seems to remember something and shows a remorseful look.
Cracker. Shoot! I almost forgot! Sorry. Excuse me. Please let me go out.
You won't listen to the rest? It's still early. Oh, are you going back to the tavern to make our drinks?
Not drinks, but other stuff. Oh, and drinks on the house tomorrow.
Everyone chuckles warmly, making way for Qiu. Yenisei holds on to Besmer to prevent her from falling behind. This time they follow her without incident. Despite the stranger's otherwise eye-catching hair, everyone's attention seems focused intently on the storyteller telling the legend. To be continued. Oh, what's this? Please slow down, miss. You have a paper horse stuck to your cloak. There you go. Thank you. What is it, child? Just a few pieces of red paper, madame. They must have fallen from the I cannot with Chinese, I'm so sorry. As the gentleman just said, they are probably related to the unique Eastern prayer custom. It is said that by cutting these pieces of paper into shapes, you can make a wish to the gods and receive their blessing. Have to go to prayer. People who travel often say that they follow the customs of their destination. I think we should also try this custom. But we need to be safe. Of course, madam. They say each design corresponds to a prayer. If you figure that out before you do it, it won't be a problem. Like this. Cut paper horses to receive blessings. Oh. Okay, so that seems to be our buff. Treat them right. For your safety, do not accept invitations from strangers to visit their homes. Not far away, 𝐹𝐹 can be seen stopping near the post where the animals were tied, vaguely moving as if whispering something to them.
Can you understand me? Can you tell me where you are from?
Hello.
Yenisei waits for a moment before walking forward and attempting to pat her shoulder. The girl turns around to reveal her young and eager face.
What's wrong? I don't know you. Have we met before?
I don't think so. We just arrived here.
Really? Oh, welcome to Pei City!
Yenisei cannot help but hold her eyes on the bundled hemp rope the girl is holding in her hand, and the many animals now tied at the end of it. 𝐹𝐹 blinks, then blinks again, as though realizing what the other girl is staring at. A blush quickly rises to her cheeks like two sunset clouds.
Oh, you were on the street, weren't you? I am so sorry. I didn't mean to make such a scene there. I promise it was just an accident.
I can imagine. You reacted quickly and saved us from more trouble.
No. It was my responsibility. And the people on the street also gave me a hand there. How can I help you? Please, feel free to let me know.
She seems to be a warm-hearted type.
Here is the case. The people call you 𝐹𝐹, and you work in the 𝐋𝐨, right?
Yes.
Li Zhang told us to find you, and we happened to hear your conversation on the street. So, did the Featherman come here today?
Featherman? You mean the 𝐷𝐷 out of the city? I heard that he had been here. As for today, I have no idea.
What about the animals in the fence? Any new ones?
I'm not sure about that either. When I arrived at the 𝐃𝐶 this morning, there were already many festive animals in the fence. They're getting more and more. How weird is that?
𝐺𝐹𝐹 mutters inaudibly before turning around, pointing out the culprits who caused her so much trouble earlier with her index finger. Yenisei inspects the creatures briefly but doesn't seem to notice any difference. It seems to be a show for common livestock, where various cattle, sheep, and horses might compete to show their worth.
See? They all look alike. I can't tell which of them were brought here today. Counting is troublesome as well. I always think, where am I? If only I could read and write. You write them down, then you won't miscount.
Our teammates have been turned into striped horses, like these. Actually, we are a team of merchants. When we reached the outskirts of the city, our teammates were turned into horses and brought away by a giant bird. Li Zhang said that bird was probably the Featherman they've been looking for, and he appeared around the 𝐃𝐶 once. That's why we are here to ask for help.
They're not horses, I suppose.
𝐺𝐹𝐹 seems hesitant to say anything further.
But how is that possible? Are you saying that the Featherman can... I don't understand. How did he get this power? Is it because he is the 𝐿𝐼𝐹?
Upon hearing the word 𝐿𝐼𝐹 again, Besmer's interest is immediately captured.
We've also heard about the 𝚃𝐿𝐼𝐹 from the storyteller. It does sound like some kind of local guardian.
Guardian? Is it the gods of 𝚃𝚑𝚎 we're talking about?
Oh, yes. The gods of 𝚃𝚑𝚎. These are the gods you serve. I guess 𝚃𝐼𝐹 is closer to a local legend, like a reputed arcanist in this area. The use of arcane skills seems common here. Perhaps there are also many arcanists around, but could you please tell us more about the gods of 𝚃𝚑𝚎?
There are 12 or 13 of them, I guess. That's all I know. I can't read most of their names. Oh, but I know this year is the year of 𝚃𝚎. We will bring lots of festive animals to the Broken Bridge to worship it.
Wait, 12 or 13 gods of that? Isn't this... If this event is half anniversary and this is Chinese, technically it's Chinese New Year, right? How many animals are there again? 12, right? There are 12 Chinese zodiacs. Yeah, I think... Wait, when is Chinese New Year? Okay, no, it's not Chinese New Year, but it seems similar to Chinese New Year.
The Fortune Walk and Bridge Leap are the most fun parts. We go to the Broken Bridge on the cliff with the animals, count our steps, and swing our bodies, like dancing. And at last, we will try to jump over it.
Jump over a broken bridge on the cliff? It sounds dangerous and quite familiar.
Besmer knows exactly what Yenisei is hinting at. The familiar rule of ask and acquire resurfaces in their minds, but no one attempts to ask it out loud. So that Jiunangji's explanation interrupts their thoughts with perfect timing.
No. We can't do that. No one has ever done that. Even the goats can't do that, let alone humans. We'll also cast arcane skills as safety measures to protect anyone from falling. The valley is deep down there. Once you fall down, you're not coming back.
Intriguing. And who's in charge of the safety measures, may I ask?
The staff in the jutsu. It's the place to manage arcane affairs in the Pei City, but not me. I'm new here, filling in for the former 𝚃𝚎 after she went back to our hometown. They told me to take care of jutsu for a couple of days. That's good enough for me.
Her eagerness to be able to help is clear.
So, simply put, you're a doorkeeper?
The barb of her conclusion makes Jiunangji fluster into a red blush.
I'm not just keeping the door safe. I do stuff too. Take good care of those startled by the firecrackers. There is a kind of firecracker enhanced by arcane skill. They can make a huge sound. Much more louder than what you heard in the tea house.
Please forgive her. She didn't mean to hurt your feelings. We speak bluntly in the north.
Oh, it's alright. I can tell she's a bit anxious, but it's not getting us anywhere. Like, pigs can't learn how to climb in a day. Or, let's think another way. Do you recognize your teammates from these horses? Let me see. There are 1, 2, 3 striped horses. Come see for yourself.
I can't. There was little time for me to memorize the difference. Besides, even if they are my teammates, 2 of them are still missing.
More than 3 teammates? When 3 plus 2...
Jiunangji counts out the numbers on her fingers, calculating with great care.
How about we wait and see what Li Zheng has found out? That's right, child. Didn't Li Zheng leave us with a letter?
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Please read this, Miss Jiunangji.
She can't
It may
read.
have clues about the Featherman.
She produces the letter, offering it to the girl. 𝐺 opens it in front of them without a moment's hesitation. But all Yuan-C can see on it are several images.
Make the fence taller, get off work earlier, and go back to the tavern? What is he trying to say? What do these have to do with the Featherman?
Oh, no! My connection. 𝐺 mutters to herself as she stares at the pictures on the letter before frowning and smoothing it out. She clumsily folds it and clips it to her waist.
Well, don't worry. I'll pay close attention to the new horses for you. If there's any good news, I'll ask Li Zheng to tell you.
You're so kind. But we just got here and haven't decided where to stay for the night. How are we going to keep Li Zheng informed once we find a place to rest?
Oh, I see.
An answer leaps to her mind, bursting through and out at the same time.
How about staying in my tavern? I forgot to tell you that I'm the owner of a tavern, and I'm doing it well.
She laughs as though just the saying of it might render true.
It is located in the merchant's hub, 2 streets away from the 𝐃𝐶. Li Zheng will know your whereabouts since he's in charge of the hub. Oh, I'll take you back to the tavern. Also, escort these animals back to the 𝐃𝐶. You can check out other animals there as well.
Good idea.
That'd be great. Saves us from all the trouble sleeping on the street.
Let's go then. Oh, the street looks beautiful later in the night. You can't miss the golden lanterns and bonfires lit on 𝚃𝚎 Festival. They light up the sky and the street as if it's daytime. Everything seems brighter at night.
Night talk. We all walk and talk, we all have hair and eyes, we are not so different from each other. A breathtaking number of animals lie within the 𝐃𝐶, a fact that only hinders their efforts to find their companions. After weighing their options, they decide to follow 𝐺 and settle in at the tavern first. The weary travelers are more than eager to relieve their fatigue after journeying non-stop for so long. And they've more than earned it, because strange things have indeed happened to them, non-stop for several days.
Madam, what do you think about Junang's words? Could that be asking the choir?
Jumping over a broken bridge is like jumping over a canyon or climbing over a mountain. It's a condition that cannot be met, like those merchants said.
An inevitable price?
Both of them fall silent, lost in thought. However, Besmert's doubts do not seem to have fallen on deaf ears, as 𝐺 responds while walking out from the tavern.
Are you talking about the broken bridge outside the city? Oh, I'm so sorry. The chairs in the lobby have not been cleaned yet. Please take a seat here just for now.
Oh, don't worry about it. Thank you for letting us stay here. As for the broken bridge we talked about, can you tell me more about it?
When I first got here, the bridge was already broken. Beneath that is a deep canyon. Across that canyon stands the Yuan Temple. You can't see it from the other side of the bridge. It's surrounded by fog. So, I'm not sure if there really is a temple there or not.
The Yuan Temple.
They say you can talk to 𝐃𝐶 in the Yuan Temple. Be faithful and ask it. It will answer you. What did they call this? The divination, I think? They also said that the fog was strange. You can't stay there for long, or you'll pass out and get overexcited. Well, I haven't seen such things so far. But even so, people of that time still rushed there and prayed. Doesn't it mean that the divination is for real? After the bridge was broken, no one's wish was ever granted.
seems odd. There was already a bridge in the first place. Why wouldn't people rebuild it in all these years?
Oh, I can answer this one. The river dried out. People couldn't swim across, and the cliffs between the mountains were too dangerous to jump over. But if one can be the new 𝐿𝐼𝐹, the problem will be solved. The 𝐿𝐼𝐹s are awesome. They protect the city, help the people. There's nothing they can't do.
As she speaks, she sinks into her own personal contemplation.
Never mind. We'll check the striped horses in the 𝐶𝐠 again tomorrow.
Alright, I'll go with you. It's time to rest now. I got the rooms cleaned for you upstairs. And here, take the liquor with you. They can help you sleep tight. You got to have some.
Sorry, Miss Junangse. I don't drink. Neither does Madame Besmertz.
Why did you call me Miss twice? If you want some water, wait a second, please. The water jars are on the other side of the yard. I'll get it for you.
Oh, I can do it myself. You don't have to.
It's fine. There's no light near the jar. You need to cross the stream. I'm afraid you might get lost.
Thank you.
Once the girl's voice and figure are obscured by the night, 𝐻𝐿𝐼 turns to look at Besmert. She seems puzzled or perhaps just tired.
There were so many different striped horses in the 𝐶𝐠. I couldn't recognize them at all. We are going to get up early tomorrow. Please, have some water and go to bed.
I'm not thirsty, thank you. But I do feel like some rest.
Okay, I'll take you to the room.
I like Jill so far. I wish I could get her, but right now I don't have her. The girl returns from fetching water only to find 𝐻𝐿𝐼 alone in the hallway. Looking around and not seeing Besmert, she walks over and naturally sits where Besmert sat earlier.
I didn't see you from there. I thought you went to sleep.
Oh, sorry. Madame Besmertz is tired, so thank you for helping us.
Don't bother. Here's the water.
As she takes up the ceramic cup, 𝐻𝐿𝐼 is slightly surprised. In her mind, a material like this is one of two extremes, crudeness and finesse, one of handmade rough bowls used by the populace, and the latter of delicate treasures owned only by the rich nobles. Yet this cup is a combination of the two extremes. It's used by an ordinary tavern owner, but it is marked by a refined, tasteful aesthetic. She rubs the side of the cup with her fingers, gently brushing across the painted patterns, as if feeling a fine porcelain vase.
The cup.
What's wrong?
It looks expensive.
It's a gift I received. I don't know how much it costs, but it's delicate, isn't it?
Yes, it is delicate.
𝐻𝐿𝐼 feels compelled to rub the surface of the ceramic cup again, as though she cannot bear to part from it, and loses herself in thought.
The pattern is a 鹿鼠, also a kind of 𝐿𝐼𝐹. See? It's majestic. The tail is like the sunset clouds. I really like it. I hope you do too.
Majestic indeed. And it looks a bit like those striped horses in the 𝐶𝐠. Both of them are similar to horses.
But people still think they're horses, don't they?
Sure they do. I think this species is native to Pei City. It's an interesting discovery and will help enrich our travel notes.
𝐺𝐿𝐼 lowers her head to look at the cup in her own hand. 𝐻𝐿𝐼 can smell a fermented aroma emanating from within, like kvass, but without the sweet aroma of wheat.
She's in bed now. I can only drink it for her.
Your drink smells good. Is this the liquor that helps one sleep tight?
Not exactly. It's just unfiltered liquor.
Sounds like you have a lot of different kinds of liquor here.
Sure we do. There are a lot of different liquors. The unfiltered ones, the clear ones, the ones made of herbs, the fine ones, and on and on. Bedtime liquors made of herbs with spine date seeds.
I thought liquor was just liquor. At least there aren't so many types in my hometown.
Well, to be honest, I too have no idea why they are still liquor, though they have different names. If the color is the standard to classify them, Then what am I when I'm wearing different colored clothes? Am I not 九娘子 anymore?
Shocked, Yenisei cannot help but break into a laugh. Seeing the other girl smile, Jianangxi's eyes begin to sparkle. She nods and decides to go one step further and express her thoughts.
That is to say, if your teammates are turned into horses or other animals in different colors, are they not your teammates anymore?
They are. Of course.
Yenisei stops talking. This childish conversation might have caused her to erupt with laughter, but the weight of the situation is still acute, and her worries swell deep within her. The chirping of birds in the cold night gently blankets the sound of her anxious breathing.
I'm worried, actually. Well, maybe not just worried. I don't know.
Looks like you really miss your teammates.
Miss them? I won't use this word to describe my feeling. All I'm thinking is they were turned into animals because I gave them the wrong direction. What if they can't turn back to who they really are?
The frankness of her own inquiry unmasks the long unease Yenisei had been harboring since entering this strange city. After speaking, she holds her breath and controls the impulse to turn back and look toward Besmert. For a moment, she is no longer even sure of where she is.
But I don't think that will happen. Things won't get any worse. There must be a way. I promise. Like the clouds turn colorful, pool water gets sweet like liquor. There are many signs of auspiciousness. They just need time. Think about it. What if the story about the Yuan Temple is real? Maybe there will be another way for you to recognize your teammates. Even if the Featherman is not the Xiangrui, there are other Xiangruis in the city, all in all.
Jianangxi racks her brain to find another way to persuade Yenisei, but is stopped by the other girl before she can begin. Despite the cultural differences between the two of them, Yenisei feels a surge of warmth from her brief, trembling words.
Thank you, miss. No. Junangse, I see what you mean. I really do.
Yenisei takes a deep breath and exhales both calm emotions and words together, so that like a light white smoke, they soon drift away.
Thank you.
It's nothing. I will definitely help you. Oh, here's some other spine date seeds. Drink the water, and I'll go make you a cup of tea with the seeds. It also helps you sleep.
Jianangxi shoots up to immediately rummage around the bag beside her, as she urges Yenisei to drain what is left in her cup. Yenisei drinks down all of the cold, sweet water and hands the still compelling cup back to her. She then watches Jianangxi step onto the porch and run back to the hall at a trot. She takes a long breath and turns to look at the arid night sky. It seems even in a strange city like this, she can enjoy the same bright moonlight as the steppes. I like these two together, they're sweet. Now I just want... Oh my gosh, wait, can I actually gacha right now? I think I can. Hold on, let's see if I can. I can do 2 pulls. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Please, give me Ju. Ju. Dang it.
Hello.
Okay, Ju. Nope, it's not.
Hi, I'm Sputnik 1's
Okay,
twin sister.
got 41. I need how many? That's not even enough. Well, there's nothing else I can do. Hopefully I get her. Oh, maybe I can. No, not yet. That's sad. Well then, dancing dolls. Down the first cup, then the second, and the third. Don't stop drinking. That's either a good thing or a bad thing. The curtain of the night has already fallen, but even after drinking another cup of tea promised to induce drowsiness, Yenisei finds that sleep evades her. In theory, someone so heavily fatigued, should fall fast asleep the very moment the opportunity presents itself, but not for her. On the contrary, her mind is so sick with worries, seems to run faster now than ever in the stillness of night. She stands up, steps away from the couch, and treads lightly down the stairs. Unwelcome in even her own dreams, she wanders around without direction.
The yard, go downstairs, and through the main hall.
Groping around for the railing in the darkness, she walks up then down the steps. One step, another step. As she descends, a rustling sound envelops her in the darkness, like an indelible point that demands...
What's that sound?
I didn't finish reading.
Where does it come from? Who is it? Someone's singing?
Without realizing it, she departs at the second floor and follows the sound into the spacious hall of the tavern. With the cascading moonlight and melodious singing, the scene laid out before her is one that defies description.
What? The striped horses. How come they're glowing? What on earth is happening?
I don't know either. What is happening? Hello?
Hi. Боже мой.
With its red mane and luminous stripes, the horse stands there in the courtyard and turns gently toward her. The singing continues, almost freezing Yenisei in place. She turns around sharply, trying to escape the sound, only to realize by the group of wooden dolls who were in her cup earlier. What? She turns around sharply, only to realize that she has been surrounded. What?
Are they asking me to drink? Junangzi, is she?
Now the wooden dolls, originally submerged in the stream in the courtyard, have begun to climb up the bank. They surround her, spinning, singing, and contorting, with bodies clearly possessing a flexibility beyond what wood should possess. Using this odd flexibility, they repeatedly lift their full cups towards Yenisei.
No.
This invitation, perhaps initially hospitable, turns increasingly creepy in the dark night. Making a choice now requires next to no thought. Yenisei jumps out from their enclosure and runs towards the other end of the yard, towards the water jar. Fortunately, she clearly remembered the location pointed out by Junangji.
I can't go back to my room. Need to lead them away.
The wooden dolls still sing happily, as if they were only playing a game of tag. Time to battle them. Okay, Beast, you need to change to a different type of blessing as needed. I don't have enough. I don't have enough for any of these. Okay, Beast. Do I have any? Yenisei is star though. She's weak. Let's just go with my usual comp.
Hey, give me a chip. Just wanting the lowest nomination.
Oh, they have shields? Alright, so
Wear
Eva.
gloves.
Do this.
Plan
Get out of here! Hey! Don't be shy, mi amigo.
Conventional choice.
Those are really creepy.
Intentarlo de nuevo.
Andy, plan A.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I know.
Andy,
Need me to get you guys an ambulance?
Ooh, almost one shot.
Huh? It's already over?
Oh, so this is how we collect these. The wooden doll stage a disorganized offensive with a piercing song that twists Yenisei's perception of her surroundings. She can only stand by the water jar in a constant retreat, consciously nearing a dead end.
No! Can't stop here. I must go further. Come here! This way!
The wooden figures have no ears, so it seems unlikely they hear or understand her. Nonetheless, they are lured in, leaping forward with a strange enthusiasm. Never tiring, just like those cups, always lifted high, constantly spilling and overflowing. It's the dude. It seems these crude wooden creations are quick to be alert to sudden interlopers. They immediately stop their siege of Yenisei and abruptly turn toward the tall trees in the courtyard.
Huh? Where are they going?
The coercive rhythm plays heavier and faster than before as they jump a few more hops towards the bottom of the tree.
Be off.
A wand of bone flies out from the darkness, scattering liquor and shattering the wooden figures into pieces. Serenity comes back to the scene, the end coming as swiftly as its beginning.
They are conjured so feebly.
Who is it?
Hmm? It's you.
You! The featherman who stole our horses!
No matter. You're leaving with me.
Leave me alone! What is going on?
Silence. It's dangerous here, and words are no help to us.
What the heck? Without hesitation, the giant bird grabs Yenisei's arms quickly, lifting her up and away from the courtyard. Her struggle proves futile in the howling wind. The sound of flapping wings punctuated by the shrieking girls gradually fades into distance, leaving only a disordered mess as evidence in the courtyard. Oh crap. Don't say to be continued. In the morning, Junangji walks into the shambolic scene. A still intact wooden doll bounces around, gathering the remains of its kind into a ball.
What's going on? I told you to keep the house, not to tear it down. You are good host. Offering a drink. Offer a drink to who? The one was downstairs at night. Birdman with her. Birdman? What was he doing here? He's not even a xiangrui, nor is he doing anything good. Do not. If I were the one, he took one with him. Wait, what? Took whom with him? The Scarlet. The Brown took away the Scarlet. Brown? Scarlet? You're just confusing me. I'll make you one more mouse next time. What on earth are you talking about?
Junangji turns around to see Besmert fall over the threshold. She quickly approaches with her skirt held up and the wooden doll jumping up and down, hiding behind her.
Be careful. I'll help you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Where's Yenisei? Did you see her upstairs or in the...
Are you talking about your red-haired friend? Did she go out?
No, not very likely. She would have told me if she was going out. Or at least ask someone to pass on the message. Did you really not see her today?
Junangji racks her brain, her voice coming out serious and resolute.
No. Not this morning, no.
The missing persons cases. Is this how they happened?
I don't know. Li Zheng didn't make it in time to tell me the details.
Besmert falls into silence. This is a loss that she finds difficult to accept.
I'm only saying, if this is another missing case, there must be a clue or two telling us what happened. Could you please look around and see if she left anything in the yard? She must have been taken from there, or I would have definitely heard the noises.
Besmert anxiously grasps Jiu Nangji's hands. Their hands are equally coarse, one pair exposed to age and sun, and the other exposed to grueling work.
Stay calm. Let's go ask Li Zheng.
Wait,
What's wrong?
I sense an arcane energy. Someone cast a skill in the yard. Follow me.
Where are you going? You can't see. Just tell me. I'll take you there.
No, please follow me.
You're heading toward the water jar. I was here last night to get water.
It's somewhere close to the water jar. I sense it clearly.
Besmert wades through the stream and stops in front of the water jar. She crouches down to find something among the scattered leaves in front of her. Oh.
Is this a bone?
That makes sense. Li Zheng told us that the Featherman uses a bone wand. Yenisei also saw something similar in that giant bird's hand when we faced him outside the city.
I knew it. Now we have the proof. We can...
No, it's not enough. And Yenisei is missing.
Why not enough? He left his bone wand, which means he was here before. And your friend is missing. Still not enough to prove his guilt?
But only Yenisei knows what the giant bird looks like. She also drew the picture of that bird without her. We cannot confirm that the Featherman and the giant bird are the same creature.
I don't understand. You're saying that even if we have his bone wand, we can't prove anything?
Exactly.
But I think you're overthinking.
Besmert raises her head slightly, conveying her confusion in unsubtle movements.
I mean, whether enough or not, it's not up to us, right? I know nothing about the law. It just doesn't feel right.
The girl's voice quiets down, giving rise to her own hesitation.
I'm just thinking we should do something because you are sad.
Aww. But Besmert already understands.
You have a point. Then, we...
Let's go to the Jitsu now. Li Zheng will be there today. He's supposed to tell me something about the Dushuo festival. Let's tell him what happened today. He will know what to do.
Sure.
They decided to head towards the Jitsu. Besmert puts away the bone wand and follows Jiu Nangji's footsteps carefully, one at a time. They leave the wooden doll standing in place, a sentinel atop the rest of the debris. Man, the story is so good. And finally we have these, what do you call this, difficulties. So how many parts do we have left? There's about 19 parts. 19 to 20 parts. So I'll have to end it here for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.